Today I was asked about rotator cuff and shoulder injuries and bursitis. So this is a bit of a wobbly left shoulder. So this is the left side from the back, okay? And you've got your arm bone, and then you've got your shoulder blade, which goes into your back, sits here like this, and that has a spine that runs down the back of it. And there's a lumpy connection at the top that connects with your collarbone, which is at the front. So use your collarbone at the front. And on this shoulder blade you have your supraspinatus muscle, so it's above the spine. And you have infraspinatus, and then you have another one called subscapularis, which is underneath your shoulder blade. And all of these connect up into your shoulder joint with tendons and ligaments that connect them up into your shoulder joint, and they turn your shoulder around. The thing about supraspinatus is that it starts all the movements of your arm lifting up. So here we go, supraspinatus. Okay. The problem with your arm is that it's held onto your body with muscle only. So there's muscles everywhere in your shoulder. There's muscles here that hold your shoulder blade on. There's muscles underneath that hold it onto your ribs. There's muscles at the front, and there's muscles over the top, and the bones that go down. So there's muscles everywhere that hold your shoulder on, and the only real joint that connects with your body is here, between your collarbone and your sternum. So muscles are really important for your arm movement, and it just means that your arm can move as much as it does because of it's only held on by muscle. The other thing is that in your joint here is a bursa, and it sort of protects that whole joint and makes it run smoothly, but also as your shoulder lifts up, it will stop the bony bit here banging on the bony bit here. So when you've injured any of these muscles of your rotator cuff, it's called, this bursa here, this bursa and round into your shoulder joint can get quite inflamed, so it will get a little bit red. And once it's inflamed, you can imagine now that if you move your shoulder up, so your arm moves up to here, it pushes that bursa in against that bony bit there, and it can make it quite painful. So sometimes we use a steroid injection which goes into the joint and about here from behind, and puts steroid into that bursa, and it goes all around and settles the inflammation down. The other thing about rotator cuff injuries is that because these ligaments and tendons join into the capsule, which runs around your whole arm here and holds it in place, so they all are interconnected. If you have got a painful ligament, I'm just going to rub out this here, this bit. If you've got a painful ligament from your rotator cuff, it will affect the whole of the movement of your shoulder, because all of this capsule here as well gets annoyed and is interconnected with it all. So you need to sort of try and keep your shoulder as mobile as you can while everything's healing up.